What up, everybody? Basically just woke up and quick little warm up. Just like to get my arms moving for the day. It's gonna start, I guess, getting used to moving to the beat here. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going this morning? Oh man, just got up, woke up, brushed my teeth, didn't even eat anything yet. A lot of times I don't actually eat right away in the morning. So getting my arms loosened up here. Hopefully we can speed it up here and start hitting it to the beat. How's everybody doing today? We're on day 27. We last night cleared 90,000. Oh, it's backwards. We'll have to fix that. We cleared 90,000 hits yesterday. Streaming right now, and we're gonna actually I'm gonna have a little bit of cardio in a little bit. We'll probably might as well stream that too. We're gonna have to take a break because we have to drive to that spot. How's everybody doing this morning? Get the left hand warmed up too. Good morning. Good morning. I'm already starting to wake up. I'm on like hit 50 and that's like waking me up. Ah, man. Feeling good, everybody. How is it going? Boo and Charlotte, Walter, Dan, James, Duff, 1970, Orange Blossom. What's up, everybody? A really nice saber that I gotta fix. Might get around to doing that today. A couple nights ago we live streamed fixing armor and stuff like that. It was a nice live stream. The thing is, my saber was kind of, the grip had an issue where you could feel the blade was jiggling around in there, and you know what happened? It turned out one of the rivets inside were broke. No wonder. I'll show you. So, yo, B Monkey, hey, thanks for hitting that button. Oh, thanks for getting that red #1 badge for, and Tyler too, now with the #1. Hey, thanks for hitting that like button to get that red badge there. So see how this broke here? This is not a typical setup for a sword. A lot of times I prefer the blade to come all the way through to here. So no wonder it was rattling, see? But the thing is, I went to put a new rivet in it on the last live stream. Thanks for that like. But, the thing is, I didn't have a rivet that would fit exactly tight enough in there. And I think if it's not tight enough, it's still going to rattle anyway. So I have to go to Home Depot and find something that's a little thicker. How's everybody doing? Yo! Oh, Wolf, and HHH, FHV, what's up? So this is like my saber for when I actually do this sport. But and I have a whole grip, you know, and redo the grip. But I wasn't. This is the one project I'm gonna fix on the live. Thanks for smashing that like button, everybody. Yo, Wolf, reverse grip it. Reverse grip, yeah, like this way. I mean, reverse grip it so that. So that it's this way. That's weird. Hit it with the backside. Hey, a curved sword like that actually maybe wouldn't be too bad. Maybe we'll pick one of those up, like one of those swords from Dark Souls. Ever played Dark Souls? You had that Shotel. What's up there, cinnamon roll? Yeah, like that, huh? Here, we'll do a set with it. Reverse grip. Reverse grip. You know what's funny? I'm gonna get the chat in 1 second. So the reverse grip, just, I don't know, it's like how it's, I have to use a lot more muscles to get that thing to pull back towards me. I don't know why. Compared to regular grip. I guess it's almost like, because the tip of the saber is actually like that much further in front of my hand. I don't know, that was weird. What was the second worst job? Dino? Oh yeah, hey, yeah, it was weird. I could feel it. Like you wanna work on your forearms, hold your saber backwards. Training for fighting in armor, everybody. And I just happen to yo, WTF, MacGyver, what's up, MacGyver? Christian, oh man. Christian, if you're there, what's up? Good to see you back, yeah. Oh. Wait a second, let me see what, it was the second worst job in your life, making them. Huh. So, it's like styrofoam inside or something, I guess, right? It actually kind of is. I mean, we actually cracked it open. Wolf, thanks for the follow. As you can see, I've had to put some duct tape on it. I've already hit this thing over a million times in my life. But now we're making it official. Thanks for hitting that like button. And basically, y'all are my witnesses for, and I always make a highlight video afterwards. I'm not saying you have to, but any like donations go to the credits, and that way, a year from now, 2 years from now, people are like, did somebody actually hit their dummy a million times? Everyone here is a witness that you at least saw me this one day at 6 in the morning doing it. I generally stream a little later, but my daughter's got a math thing for her school, for high school math placement test. So I have to get off like probably 8 o'clock to get her to it. And probably when I'm there, what I'm gonna do. So I don't like sit in the parking lot. Oh, it is super impractical. Well, however, you gave me an idea. Maybe I'll get one of those curved swords. Like they have some that actually curve that way, kind of like a sickle. Maybe I'll get a blunt version of it and we'll use it on here. But what I do, all the parents sit in the parking lot in their cars. Some might sit beside each other and talk. I'll say hi to the ones I know, but then I get my ladders out and I do my exercise in the parking lot. Thanks for hitting that like button. I can read that from over here. Down the sets we did here before we forget. This one's kind of estimated. This one I'm pretty sure I did more than 100 hits. we'll do a set of left-handed next. And I'm basically just doing, oh, I gotta flip this camera around, everybody. Uh-oh, some comments are filtered. Doesn't that suck, though, if you're actually not trying to filter your comments? It happens once in a while to me. I'll be watching somebody's stream, their live stream, and it'll like, it won't post them trying to say something totally normal. Yo, what's up there, Dwight? Dwight, welcome back, actually. What's up if you're there, Dwight? Oh. See, well, I don't know. I understand what you're saying now. Alright, that was set 3. I'd like to get in like 20 sets. I'm sure I will with this pace. This is kind of a chill pace, so I'm not hitting it like 100%, you know? I literally just woke up. And I have like... we did 5,000 hits on here last night. And that was quite a live broadcast last night. Oh, it says we did some left-handed. We're over 90,000 now. We have this family vacation coming up next weekend. I'm actually going to clear 100,000. I bet you. Yo, oh, Wolf. Thank you for sending those roses. All right, we're going to pick up the pace for this set. Oh. Man. Thank you for 2 reasons. For one, I'm gonna pick up the pace for that hitting that donation button. We're gonna do for that many roses. Wolf. We're gonna do a couple quicker, more intense sets to wake myself up. And then another thing, wow, actually, that'll probably. Not that I really care about it. I was so close to hitting the C rank for streaming the one day. That'll put me back up closer to it. So much, thank you, much appreciated. All right, we'll do a little faster for you for those. That's for sure. If you're interested, Wolf, or anybody out there, like call and user 105 and that sprocket that just joined. Look up if you want to look up what the sport I do. Look up armored combat or the term boo hurt. That was a quicker set right there. We're gonna for that many roses. I'm doing another quick one right in a row. Here we go, everybody. Thanks for hitting that like button. try to block my head when I'm not hitting it. When I'm hitting it in multiple hits, not just one. When you're fighting in armor, you know, if I'm just hitting left, right, I'm planning on just getting hit back. But if I'm trying to like, you know, I see someone else highlighted in chat. I'm getting a chat in 1 second. Jason Bourne, kinda. Jason Bourne 1550. Yo. But yeah, it's the best sport in the world. To me, the best sport I ever played. I played soccer all through high school. And I fenced a little bit right out of high school, right? And I was like, man, fencing was fun, but they used to tell me I was too big, too slow. And I actually technically was. They weren't wrong. I'm 6 foot. I weighed like, I weighed more than I do now, you know. I'm sitting there with this. Well, had I known that you could fight with like long swords and stuff and armor back then, I would have done it. You got you 1, 2, 3. Oh! They're all odd numbers. I see what you're saying. The odds are against you. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people that do this that like for multiple reasons. The one I saw last night, I haven't met him yet in person, but he's like in like you know, like what I mean, like when I say the word sober, and this is his thing. It keeps him like on track, you know. Fighting in armor. I mean, not hitting a dummy. So that's his thing. There's a lot of like army like veterans and stuff that do this. Like the community is like pretty cool. It's like the community. See, this is the pace I was keeping before the donations. A kind of chill morning pace. But oh, and by the way, and for those, I make a highlight video. Just if you want to know, Wolf, and anytime there's donations, like I always make it like I put the credits in there. I actually have a subscriber, and I don't know, like I think the most we had was like in the credits were 9 people one night. But you'll be forever immortalized as long as TikTok's still around in the highlight video. So I appreciate it. One day, someone might just turn on TikTok and watch day 27. Y'all were here, my witnesses. Yo, and Got Vols, thanks for hitting that like button. That was funny about the odds. You got me for a second. I was reading. I was like, has he been in that many fights? Then I saw the odds were against you. But yeah, there's a lot of like there's some army vets that do this, like I guess like the brotherhood of having a team. We were actually like a fighting team, you know, do something that's appealing to them and stuff like that. We're gonna say we're on 20. Oh, all right. Next set. Here we go. Oh. All right. Hey, geez. Also, Wolf and the fan club ranking up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end that set a little early. We're gonna get a little more intense. How about this? I wasn't planning on using it today. We're gonna get the longsword out, Wolf. For that one, we're gonna do an intense set with the longsword. It means I gotta move this dummy back a little bit. Thank you. Like I was saying, the donations are gonna go towards. See the dummies. The dummy, I actually finally fixed it with some duct tape, but both sides are actually breaking. Here we go. We're gonna get the longsword out for you. I gotta watch because there's a chandelier right above it. It's a little too close. All right. Hope I'm still on the camera, right? Yeah. kind of on the camera. Let me move this. All right, here we go, Wolf. Thank you for the donations, Wolf. Everybody out there, Wolf in the house. Yeah, we're gonna do another set of those. Because Wolf, you donated so many roses. We're gonna give me 1 second. We're gonna do another set with that longsword. Oh. I can skip this ad in 20 seconds. Oh, I listened to his techno. I have to apologize for that. Yo, oh, I see. Thanks for that like button. I'm gonna catch up on chat too. Thanks for that like button. Almost there, we can skip the ad. Woohoo! I missed something in chat. Wolf! Dark Welder. Is it Wielder or Welder? Dark Welder. Like dual wielding. Yeah. Right? So anybody out there wants to know. These are. See the tip? It's like rounded. This is actually my old HEMA sword, and I love it because it's not sharp. It's great for hitting a dummy. I've swung this over 1 million times so far. This is my daily broadcast on the way to 1 million. There is a technique. Let me do this fast set, and if you're still there, everybody else is still there. I'll tell you the technique for this sport. This sport's kind of really simple and dumbed down. I'll explain it. Just before we start, just so you know, in Boohurt, there's no, you can't thrust. Our eye slots, like, well, this is my faceplate for that I had on the helmet last night, where I could wear this in a sword fighting sport where you can thrust at the face, but the helmets for the armored fighting I do, like, mainly the eye slots are too wide open, so we're not allowed to do the poking. All right. Let me get this is another set. This is like bonus set, and I'm gonna catch up on chat. I'll answer all those questions for Wolf's donation here. Thanks for hitting that like button. More intense than I was expecting to go already today. You can always do this. Alright, so the whole technique in this sport, since there's no thrusting, oh yeah, we do. I'm actually about to drink some while reading this. Oh, nice. Wolf, oh, awesome. I have. Come with me. I'll show you my awards. So there's no technique for this sport, really. I'd say that's the best. My theory is quantity. So look, these are all, a lot of that's like my ballroom dancing stuff. Whoop. Those are like ballroom dancing awards. But not that. Like here, this one's for the fighting. But yeah, like here, these are some cool ones we got. These are, I want this is for longsword and buckler at King of the Keg. Oh, come on. There we go. For sword fighting. Sword fighting. I just have a pile here because I don't know what to do with them. This is for the MMA kind, first place last year for a little series head. That's for being undefeated in the cage matches. Not the really cool cage match setup they have in Nashville, but it was a cage match series that they have out in Virginia. So I do have some medals, and that's for longsword, sword with the shield, the little shield, and the MMA kind where you can hit, but you can also like and all the stuff in the cage. And I have too many. And I stream an active sport. So they don't allow the poking in the face. That's the thing, because the helmets, the eye slots are way too big. And I guess it's a whole other liability issue when you're allowed to thrust with, so you can't poke with a sword in this. Which brings me to the thing. Yeah, insane stamina. Plus, imagine I gotta have armor on top. I stream my workouts in armor sometimes. And I do stream the events. Thank you there, Dark Wilder. Trying. Catch up on chat real quick. Oh, thanks, Wolf. Yeah, I used to compete in ballroom. My dance partner and I were number 3 in Latin dance amateur. The medals look fake or the swords? Bruce Lee style. Cage with swords, yeah. So this is one great thing about streaming this, everybody, is I can tell you, look up the term AMMA, like armored MMA, and you'll see what I'm talking about in the cages. I have some of actually I have my pinned message. Anybody who wants to look, like click on my little name here or whatever, and one of my pinned videos is one of my cage fights. I fought 3 fights that day, but I put some clips. I made a little highlight video. Thanks, Dark Lord, for the follow and hitting that like button. Everybody's hanging out here. So here's the form, right? There's no thrusting, so a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff to do though. So like this is usually my guard. I rest my sword on here. I use a wooden one because listen to this. When the judges, they're counting weapon strikes too, right? So if metal hits the wood, that sound is this thing. I'm fixing this. See how I gotta put a new rivet in there. But here, listen, see? On the tip you hear just wood compared to this. Get hit in armor. So I use a wooden. A lot of people use metal. I use wood, so it makes it quiet. Oh. I usually have a guard like this, so I can guard all the way down to my leg. I try and keep my fingers are a target, but I try and keep myself behind here. Then you can do stuff from out here like these kind of real quick. I try and use a lot of punch blocking. It's hard to recreate it on this dummy though, you know what I mean? Because the dummy doesn't move. I try and track people's hands. I try and get this up like underneath their sword arm and hit them like this, stuff like that. This is a good shield for grappling. If I get it underneath their arm to go for like to throw them, I don't get it stuck. Like a lot of people wear like larger shields on their arm. You know what I mean? Like sword and buckler. Yeah. Wow, chat's flying. Hold on. It is. This is probably like. This is on the smaller side. It's medium size. You can use a buckler a little bit smaller. You can use one that's bigger. I'm just comfortable with this size. I actually have a buckler. It's basically just a shield boss with a grip. And it's a little rusty. I got to touch up, but you can see the dents in it. So, yeah, some of the hits are hard. When I'm just training on here, I'm kind of just like, this is just kind of a little like endurance. Yo, everybody who's hitting that like button. Hollywood. Zuki, what's up, Zuki? You looked at my Armored... Yeah, Armored MMA is like the best to me. The thing with the MMA, though, we can't do submissions because you can't really see. A lot of people just have like an eye slot. It's really hard to tell if someone's like knocked out inside a helmet, let alone trying to submit. Plus, you're wearing armor. I've been on the bottom. You can ground fight, you know. I've been in armor with someone in armor on top of me, hitting me. It's impossible to get away from to me. Yeah. Oh, Wolf. See you, Wolf. Wolf, thank you for the roses. Thanks everybody else who's just even hitting that like button. And have a safe drive. I'm not always on this early, but once in a while. It's good to meet you this morning. Man, I was like thinking I'm gonna get on at 6 in the morning. It's probably gonna be boring. This is one of the most hypest chats I've had yet. It's funny. I've had more viewers with less chat. So generally, this is like I challenge somebody to fight me for an hour. Thanks for the share. Thank you for that share. I saw that. I challenge someone to an hour-long sword fight. People are like, that's stupid, no one would do it. It's like, alright, whatever. So this is my thing now, like, we're gonna do 1 million hits in a year or less. Which I like this idea better, I can skip the sad. Oh, the dark, hey, that's you, thanks for the share. Oh my gosh. That's insane, to have them both tear. Oh man. Yeah, I guess, so yeah, that's an injury there for sure. Yeah, we will. I tell you what, I lost the count now because I'm chatting. We'll say we were at 20. I know we were over 20. Let me screenshot this. Get out of the way, screenshot thing, so I can read what happened last time. What's up, KG? Happened in the broadcast last time. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you all my days off. DWR, Dwayne, what's up? I'll send you my days off. We have like a little mini vacation coming up. So this week is kind of hectic. And then we have that trip. Maybe we can plan it for like right after that. I don't know. Chris, that's what we'll do. I'm gonna DM you my days off. And I actually have some experience now dual streaming with somebody. KG, last time what? Last stream? I'm sorry, I just don't follow the question. If you're still there, KG. Chat 1 second. Welcome in, everybody. This is me. I just woke up and just started hitting the dummy. We got a lot of hits to do in a year. I see someone got a red badge for being a gifter. Hit that like button. Possibly again. I see. Thanks. I see actually like button. I can see that from here. Let me get this set in. I'll be right over there I'll be right there. We're almost done with this set. One of my favorite things is jam this shield like up in their eye slot area and be like, oh yeah, all good. I'm gonna scroll up so I can answer it. That's one Super Knight Smith. Yo, thanks for getting that number 3 badge. Let me scroll up, Dark. I don't want to miss your comments there. Ultimus, what's up? Yeah, we're going to do it live. Anybody get hurt? Oh yeah, we kind of covered soft. Soft? I'm not KG, I don't understand. My bad. I'll tell you my worst injuries here in a second. Yeah, well, it is kind of. So here's the thing. Yo, thanks for hitting that again, Super Knight. You're very correct, very correct. My low area is wide open. So what I do, when you're fighting in this, right? Well, but keep in mind, like I was saying earlier, I usually use this shield to track. So if somebody's swinging low, I train a habit, right, of if I'm swinging a couple in a row, of trying to protect my head. So the league I do, there's different leagues. I do Boo Hurt International. 2 points, 2 points. Everything else is a point. Fingers, toes, you're not allowed to hit in the feet purposely, but anyway, the whole body's a target. Heads are 2 points, torsos are 2 points. I have a habit of, because most people swing for the head, so I try to sword or buckler when I'm swinging more than one in a row. But if I'm swinging like this, I'm usually just going and I'm trying to just score points, and I don't care if I'm getting hit return, because I'm going to be like this. And they're probably hitting me too. And that doesn't last too long, because usually you're going to end up getting into a clinch and wrestling around. And I'm not worrying about getting hit return. If I'm doing a couple like hits in a row, I usually try to keep this shield up here in practice, because when you're out there, it's going to be down here. The high, like I should train with my hand up here, right? They ever say that in boxing, like you aim higher or something, because when you're out there, you actually punch lower. I try and train a habit of guarding my head. However, in a live sword and buckler fight, I'm moving it around more. I might actually be having it like held out straight like this. But in practice, I'm usually just holding up. But you are correct, totally wide open. But at the same time, if they're just swinging down around here, or at my legs, then where their sword arm is, I'm probably trying to get them in the head. And it's not to like first person that hits the other person wins. It's a time limit. Well, buckler's first to 5, but there's a time limit. So you have all that time to just score points. And if I get hit a few times to hit them more, then I'll do it. You know what I mean? Strike. This I believe you. That's how people get ready for work in the UK. That's the comment of the day. That definitely is getting a screenshot. Oh, come on, screenshot. Yeah. I like to make, when there's a great comment, I like to, but that'll be in the highlight video. It's not like the Beatles song, A Day in the Life, getting ready for work in the UK. That's how I pictured it. Until now. Detroit. There's a place in Detroit called Detroit Fight Club, like DFC. I've trained up there before. Yeah. So I'm actually trying to I'll get to we'll talk the tactics here, Nate, dog. Yeah. So and it's a minute long round. Well, the MMA rounds are 2 minutes. So I'm training to block my head area, because this is worth more points to them to hit here. And I can do this. But when I'm actually like sparring with somebody, my sword's usually like, my shield's usually floating around more. Let me show you right, like, I'm protecting my head when I'm doing this, but at the same time, like, in a duel, I'm actually kind of like trying to keep this in between me and your sword. So I might even be like, here's a great tactic. When somebody swings at me, I usually wait, I try and bait an attack so I can block it and I hit them in the arm when they swing. So the tactics are kind of like score points, look for openings, you know what I mean? I like to have some combos, like this is like my basic combo, kind of push them away. This is a good way to block your head with your, like a rainbow around your body. But just hitting the dummy, it's different, you know? This is just for a million strikes. Sometimes I practice trying to kick him in the face. Wow, I actually got stuck on him. It's a little early in the morning for that, maybe. You can't hit the knees in the back. You can't hit the groin. What's up, Zuki? Top 3 guards, I'll show ya. You can get yellow cards and red cards in this. You can get a yellow card for kneeing somebody in the groin, depending on the marshal's call. But can't target the groin, knees, feet at the neck this way. You can't, if you're wrestling, you can't get your blade under their helmet, like in the neck area. And you can't swing down like this at this part of the spine up here. I had it happen one time. It felt like I got electrocuted. Was up there. Toke, Big Joe, and AAAAAM. I got hit up here in the spine. Let me tell you what happened. We were fighting. This is great. I love story time during chat. This is why I like chatting. I like these more where we're actually I'm getting distracted and we chat a little bit about this sport. So, we're fighting at Cincinnati, Ohio Renaissance Festival. Old Cat Daddy and Kyle, thanks for getting the red badge for hitting that like button. We're fighting at Ohio Renaissance Fair, right? We're doing 5-on-5 fights. It's so funny, right? Music down the tad. Thank you for the feedback. We're fighting at Ohio Renaissance Festival, right? 6 or 8 pack. Okay. Side quest here. I'll show you. If the dummy would hold my sword for me here, we're gonna find out live. I don't go to the gym at all. It's all sword fighting. Ready? Let's see. We're getting there. I think it's like a soft 6. It's like a 4. It's like a 4. Ugh, my brother squeeze it. All sword fighting. My fitness. I don't lift weights for this. I guess a lot of people do, but thanks. Yeah, there is some great Renaissance fairs up there in Michigan. We'll leave the music down a little bit right after story. So we get in there, right? This is the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and it's just kind of pickup matches, 5-on-5. Well, the other team is 5 people that fight together all the time, and their name are the War Horses, right? And they all use axes. All of them use, like, no joke, like these 2-handed axes, okay, different lengths. So we're on our side. Me and my friend Chris, my teammate, are both, we fight together, and we're experienced, and we got all these newer guys, right? And the referee, they call him a marshal, comes up. He's like, "Hey guys," he's like, "I know this is like Ren Fair, where we do fight like for real to Ren Fair." He's like, "I know this is like Ren Fair intensity." He's like, "But these guys aren't gonna tone it down." He's like, "These guys are coming out to basically like destroy you." We're like, "Oh, all right." So we're like, okay, we're really getting into this. So we get out there. I was playing the rail. So I'm on the rail. I'm coming out right side of the rail. You usually have 2 people on each side, or we were just lining up 5 across. So I'm like all the way on this side. So I'm watching as things are going on. There's this guy with a super long axe out there who's the most hardest hitter on their team. He deadlifts. This team trains with rocks. I will ask them if they'll let me post his footage. I'm friends with the guy, and this is what their training is. They lift boulders up. I swear to you. Maybe not as big as the width of my hands right here, but this is how they train, right? They're all friends. They all fight together all the time. And Drake is out there with this big freaking long axe. And he calls it a demon slayer. It has this big black head on it like this, right? So here comes somebody at me. I'm wrestling around with somebody on the rail. You're allowed to wrestle and grapple. And I see Drake out there, and I just lose track of him for 1 second because this guy is like all over me, and I'm wrestling him. Now I have my back turned towards the inside, and Drake just comes up, and it hits me in the top of the spine, and my body I went like this. I dropped my sword, and I like just collapsed, like as fast as gravity will take you to the ground. I just saw this big bright light, and my whole body went completely limp, and I ended up on the ground, and it was over like that. I was like, man, but that's why they tell you not to hit the top of the spine. Accidents happen. He was probably trying to hit me in my head, but I was moving. You can hit someone in the head as hard as you want, but it hit me right there in the spine, and my whole body from there down just shut off for a moment. And then I was on the ground. I was like, I feel fine, but that hit actually it buried me. I know, right? There's another clip out there. It's probably TikTok probably makes it an 18 and over one where someone got hit like that, and we all actually thought that he died. You're right. You're right about that. But like I tell people when I get hurt, I sign the waiver. I've lost teeth a couple times. This tooth is fake. It got punched out through my helmet. I've got stabbed in the face by accident twice, once in the eye. I am lucky, cat daddy, that I'm not like something more serious happened. I haven't broke any bones, luckily. I've seen people break bones, break ribs. One time, you have all this armor on, but right up here, there's nothing. And we were fighting at the Arnold Schwarzenegger's fitness thing. Yo, who got that gifter badge for hitting the button? Oh, Super Knight #1. And Cat Daddy #2. Thanks, y'all, for hitting that like button. We were fighting at, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Ohio. He has like the fitness expo. I fought there every year that we were allowed to fight there in armor. And the first year, the footing was horrible. We were fighting on concrete. So imagine the blunt force trauma of falling into concrete. Oh, I bet Zuki, yeah. The whole thing, yeah. Trying to beat armor. That's a really good thought. I wonder if they have that documented in a manuscript. So we're fighting at Arnold's thing, and I was on the ground already. So once you're on the ground and the team stuff, you're out. And what happened was I saw this dude. There were 2 of them, and someone was coming up with an axe to swing. Right when this guy went and put his axe over this guy's helmet, because that's what people like to do to grapple. And when he went like this, that axe hit him right here, and there was no sound, which means it hit him straight in the body. There wasn't like, you hear this sound like you're hitting off metal, nothing. It was like totally quiet. he went like this, and axe hit him there, and just heard him go, you heard him scream, and just like fall down. Like, destroyed his ribs, man. Oh man, I've seen some bad ones. I remember one time this guy had, just from being out there, just other physical things, right? Dehydrated, if you're prone to heart arrhythmia. Paul the Barbarian. Yeah, look up Paul the Barbarian. He's been doing this sport and sword things forever, right? He was on that show, the History Channel show they had about us. Well, this is years ago, and he was having chest pain. After this fight, they had this longsword fight, right? And he's sitting there, and he was saying he had chest pain. They had him laying down. They had his feet elevated. Well, they were like, all right, the ambulance is here. He's like, ambulance? He just like sat up. He's like, I'm fine. I remember that. But I bet you that he was in like SVT or something like tachycardia. Probably from like we were fighting all day. We were fighting for like 4 hours. He was probably dehydrated or something, and his heart rate was up. So you could even have issues like that, right? You don't want to get dehydrated. You don't want to get heat stroke. I have no idea what number we're on. We'll just say that's 30. It's got to be 30 since we've been talking. Thanks for the follow, R. Just so everybody knows, we got about a half hour. Then I'm going to go pick up my daughter, take her to her math test, and I might stream my exercise workout while she's taking her math test. We'll say this is 64, 65. I bet you I hit it 30 times we were talking. And I'll tell you what, you know why? I used to have all these crazy, talk about technique, I used to have all these crazy things. I used to hit like this, and I'd go like that for another one. Until I found that if you do this, as soon as you turn it, if they come towards you, it just smashes your sword against you. So that's why a lot of my strikes are just kind of basic looking. I just try and draw it back the same way I threw it in. Not always. Because you'll see me do like some kind of like more wrist and elbow and joint manipulation. Oh, I didn't go over the guards. My favorite guard with the shield, because I can with my resting my sword here, I can move this all around head, side. If I wanted to come this far, but I don't, I would just probably shield punch it. Second favorite guard is this. You keep this out, blade out, because you want to block on the blade, not the flat part. See the difference? Blade out. And I guess if I was gonna pick another guard, buckler straight forward. Because you can cut, look how far away I am now compared to here. You can cut down so much. 3 favorite guards. I forgot about that. If you're still there, I hope I answered the question. Thanks for hitting that like button. Gonna get the chat here soon. Oh yeah, gonna mark that set down. Which part with the jujitsu? Because I don't think we're talking about grappling and stuff. I'm curious to know about the jujitsu comment. If you're still here. Yeah, 3 guards. I usually set my sword on here. So I got my whole. This is against their whole their whole sword arm. And I rest my sword on here just so so it doesn't get hit and flip through. But I usually discard here. This guard here, where I'm more mobile with the buckler. Why can't like we see this? Blade out. Sword can cover all this. Shield can too, but kind of like this. But it's more, if you're like this, what are you gonna? Your swings are more limited. You can, it's just like how high or how low am I gonna swing? So harder to attack from and surprise them. And the other guard I was saying just straight out, because look how far away my body is now from them. Shield straight out, and then I can kind of like Zuki, if you caught that. Jack, what's up? What about the judo thing? I would love to know. I'd love to know about the judo comment. Or jujitsu. I already forget. Was it jujitsu? Keep my eye on chat. Yo, what's up, everybody? Just tuning in. I'm wide awake now. Boy, I should do this before work every day. You can do throws. Yeah, it's just hard. Yo, Willie Ford, thanks for getting the gifter badge. It's really hard to practice throws though with just the dummy, but you can, because you can ground fight too in the MMA format. So one thing that this is a worldwide sport, a global sport, and the USA does a lot more grappling and wrestling and throwing people on the ground than a lot of the foreign teams do. The European teams and stuff. European teams are all about whacking you into the ground. The USA is more about throwing you into the ground. As long as you get them on the ground in team sports, once they hit the ground, they're out. And then the MMA stuff, once they hit the ground, you can jump on them and you can ground fight. You don't even have to jump on them. You can throw them on the ground and stand above them and just hit them like this. That's how the bottom of my knees and armor are all dented up from being on the ground and people hit me like this from standing up. Try put your knee up to try and protect yourself. Yeah. So like I was saying blade out, this kind of thing. If you're guarding like this, right? The color probably blends together, but blade out. That guard I was talking, because like it's like look at that guard compared to like if you're just like not blade out. Strong part of the sword. Try and block with this part here, like not up here as much. If you're blocking somebody like this and they hit you on this part, the weak part of the sword, you're probably gonna get folded in on you compared to up here. Let me do one set. Let me do a set kind of quick here, and I'll get the long sword out, because that's gonna be all about the strong and the weak parts of the sword and false edge and stuff. Give me 1 second. Like a lot of it though, it kind of doesn't apply in Boohurt, because it's just like, Boohurt's just such a dumbed down version of sword fighting in a way. But I like it though. It's my favorite because it's the most rough. Halfway done. Thanks for the share. We have 3 broadcasts today, probably, just so everybody knows. So anybody that just might have just tuned in or found us, if you do want to come back later, we're going to have more on this channel today. But hold on, almost done with this set. I'm going to talk about something. Alright, so when it comes to like the strong and short with long sword, there are things that I think are good for this Boohurt sport. So now we're at 1,000, everybody. We got at least 1,000 this morning. I basically woke up, did a quick little stretch, and started hitting the dummy. Yo! Leaving Mayhem, thanks for the share. I should. Zuki, maybe we should just have a techniques day. Thanks for that share. Alright, here we go. And Leaving Mayhem, thanks for that button. Getting the red badge there for today. Appreciate it. Wow. I just looked. It was like 6,000 likes. That's insane, everybody. Thank you for that. And that's crazy. Alright, so here's the short edge, false edge stuff. When you're fighting with swords, did you know I have a video of it on here if you ever wanted to dig around, look at my old videos. These swords are blunt. Everyone fighting with these blunt fake swords, see how this works? Nothing happens if you hit blade on blade, right? Did you know you could do this with like your sharp kitchen knives? So, sharp swords and stuff. Yo, what's up there, everybody else tuning in? Jeez, everybody's tuning in. Alright, see how these slide? These are fake swords, everybody. In a real sword fight, if blades hit, they stick. And no joke, if someone's blocking my sword with theirs and they stick, I can literally push on mine and it will push theirs back. They can push on mine until someone does that and disengages out of that bind. Sharp blades literally stick together. So if you ever see like a picture of a sword fight and their swords are like this and it looks like they're really pressing, like you literally are stuck together. And what you would do is, if you want to, you could flick your sword down so it's on the flat edge, and maybe theirs would slide down, and you could maybe get free and do something like that or whatever. This sport, obviously, we're not using sharp swords, so that whole aspect of sword fighting is out the window for basically any sport. Although HEMA tries to recreate the bind, and they have a lot of sword play but their sports to the first hit to win, where they have hits. And they might have these winding around things where they are controlling the other person's blade to get a hit. For Boohurt, the sport I'm training for. Yo, what's up, Suki? Thank you. The sport I'm training for, there's no thrusting, so you can't poke. So that's out the window too. So what am I left with in this sport are things like pommel strikes. They outlawed half swording because the cross guards were becoming like puncture wounds for people sometimes. Back in the day, they used to let us half sword, and my favorite thing was waiting for somebody to swing, and I'd grab my sword and I would jam this like over top of their arms and step in and just start like hitting them with the blade like this. But we can't do that anymore. So what are we basically stuck with? This. And I no joke, watch the guy at a Ren Fair do this 25 times in a row. Now how fun is that? So that's why I like to do all kinds of fun stuff. I've never lost, I swear to you, I don't think I've ever lost a crowd favorite duel when they let the winner be chosen by the crowd. And that's because I do all this other stuff. These hits in Boohurt are we're talking about like all the master cuts and stuff. These things are kind of useless, and because if you're swinging up at them, what if you swing up like this? What are they gonna do? Hit you in the head. They get more points by hitting me here than I do by hitting them here. So I never do them. My only attacks are this way, to this side, and down here. I don't come this way because I'm just too wide open. And it's the most hits you get in a minute, not like first time wins. Thanks for that share. So I stick to these almost exclusively in this. However, I'm probably one of the only people out there that actually hit people's swords on purpose. So my opening move is I usually come out like this. I do this all the time, and I wait for someone to be ready to swing or get their sword out here, because I will hit on their weak side of the sword, like the windshield wiper motion, like that, and just pop their sword out of the way, and then that leaves me totally wide open to come around like this. I can hit it out of the way. False edge, so much easier to get into. So anyone out there wondering what the heck is false edge? My knuckles are on this is the strong part of my sword. See, weak part, strong part, weak part. You want to hit people's swords up here. If you're trying to knock them out of the way, you want to try and block like from here down, stronger part. Because if I'm holding my sword here and they hit me here hard enough, I could still get hit, and that's the point. If I block here, not getting me now. You know what I mean? What's up there, Ag Mom and Lance, Rob? So this sport is basically devolved into whack, whack, whack. But if you do things like just hit their sword out of the way, right? You can create an opening for yourself. You see me, I do these all the time. You might do another left so it doesn't get monotonous and they know exactly what you're doing. If you ever see me, I duck down, I usually get low and do them this way. Coming this side to this side is the easiest thing in the world. In my experience, my opinion, when you start doubling up, it uses a lot more energy for some reason. So usually just swing this way at their sword side so that like they have to either take those hits or they have to kind of deal with it. And that's whenever I'm looking, you don't want to just hit this thing mindlessly like this. Although I'm usually staring at chat. But you want to look where you're swinging, just so whenever you're out there, you'll see the opening. So if I'm doing this, and I see they're totally wide open here, I usually will go there next. And I usually step back when I do it so my head's getting away. And then this way. So if you ever see me, sometimes I practice like this, and I actually do lean way back. And I'm hitting all with this part of the sword. If I'm actually going up against somebody though, I usually try and take all the hits on here, and I try and get in close. If I'm closer, I don't hit them with this part. I'm just chopping from here down, because that's so much more forceful through their sword than if I was like out here. I prefer to be closer, because out here you're hit with the tip, this part. Up here, if that makes sense. I don't know, Zuka. I hope that explains stuff.
Products is one of the nation's leading suppliers of remanufactured, rebuilt, and used engines, transmissions.
Gary, thanks for the comment. Oh, and Savvy. Savage. See, I had to hold that sword by her name so I could read that. Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of like I played some Dungeons and Dragons growing up, and now I played a lot of Dark Souls too. I had a whole channel on YouTube dedicated to the Dark Souls weapons. It was Zombie Heads, the YouTube channel. And I can tell you, almost in real combat, almost all those moves don't work. I mean, this isn't real combat. This is like recreation, reenacting in a way, but full force. Yo, thanks for the follow every day. I'm not always on this early, just so everybody knows. A lot of times I'm getting started right now, though. If I'm working the night before, I usually start my stream right about now. And we're hitting this thing a million times. The karate, like, you know what? I'm not the best grappler. One day, One of these days we're gonna get on here. Like my teammate Chris, he's fighting in Wisconsin this weekend. But one day when I'm at his house, I'll make sure when we'll get on live. We'll go over the grappling stuff because he's the pro at the throws, not me. I can just tell you the best thing if I'm getting the grapple. I'm always kind of looking at my feet. I'm always still swinging my sword because those are worth points. I'm usually trying not to get taken down or get away. That's true, Scots. But if a ninja is any ninja though, might just get lucky and throw a shuriken right through your eye slot. You did it enough times, it's gonna happen one day. The worst ninja in the world could throw it, and a knight could be sitting there like this, like, ha, ha, ha. And he just flips that thing right through the, oh! Your boy LP with the confetti. All right, everybody. Hey, what's up again for one? All right, LP just earned everybody a nice super fast set. Thank you, your boy LP. Welcome back. All right, here for that confetti, we're gonna do a really good set, not this. LP, thank you. Once this music starts. Oh, it's not very hype music anyway. Because that was a confetti, we're doing another. Yo. Yeah, all's going well. Busy day today. Got a lot to do, but I'm gonna try and get in 3 broadcasts in the middle. Yo, whoa. Pell Fort. Another set for that confetti. Here we go. Another more intense set. I got my nice white shoes on. I didn't write them all down yet, but we're over 90,000. I think I started talking and lost track, but I did one before your set. For that confetti, I just marked the confetti set on there. We're all cut. Sometimes I do the strikes for free because I'll start talking and forget. All right, Jimmy. 7:55. All right, cool. We got time. Another. This is another more hype set for that confetti. Here we go. Headbutt. We're in the extended sets. Ooh. we're over 100, everybody. That confetti got me hyped up, sorry. Thanks for hitting that like button. I'm gonna get to chat in 1 minute. Left-handed to finish up this confetti set. Oh, your boy LP, thanks for that confetti celebration. That was super duper. That actually might, man, I might actually move up to the top of D1 here. We're at 1,400 per day. I think I did more than that. Sometimes I start chatting and forget to write the sets down. We don't keep track as accurately as possible, but like I was saying, in the end, we'll have a couple more broadcasts. We're gonna hit 1 million. Yo, Florida guy is back. I don't have one nearly as cool. So here, we'll break the mace out for this song. Mace and techno song. Chai, I'm doing enough to score points so in Boo Hurt. Yeah, I don't go for the double tummy unless I know I'm not gonna get hit in the head. Look at this. This is from armor fighting. I run a little bit too. Fighting in armor and doing these ladder drills, I got pretty decent leg muscles, I guess. Uh-oh, there's an ad. Pimpin', if you're still there, we could try. Whoa, everybody's like tuned in still. Let me just catch up on chat. Oh, so in Bo, we're at over 90,000. Like I was saying, I think we did a little bit more than the way I've written down today, but I might have forgot. Sometimes I get caught up in chat. Pole arms, yes. Oh my gosh. Yo. Your boy LP. Okay. First of all, thank you, LP, for that. Let's get this sweat off my face. Oh my God. All right. So we gotta do something cool for that one there. All right, tell you what. Longsword for one. LP, your boy LP, everybody. L 160 people up in here. Your boy LP just sent that gift, man. Incredible. Like, I don't tell anybody they gotta donate. That was insane. Insane, man. Alright, so what we're gonna do for that. We're gonna do 500 longsword hits. It might just kill me today. I think that could be a good one. Here we go. Your boy LP also gets we'll do a little dance here too in the middle. That's how we'll take our breaks. We'll do I got my nice white shoes on, as you can see. 500 hits with some dance in the middle for that donation. That was crazy. Your boy LP, thank you. Here we go. 500 hits with some dancing in the middle. Big shield, center grip. Center grip's my favorite. My fave. 500 hits with the longsword. Dances in the middle every set. Thanks for hitting the like button. Alright. First, this is like a techno kind of dance or something, I don't know. Some dance in the middle. And I will catch up on chat in the middle of this set too. That was 200. Oh yeah. The sword dance. I don't even know what this one's called yet. Someone can name this one now if they wanted to. Let me catch up on chat. That was 200. Yo, Sean. Thanks for hitting that like button. Old man, what's up? What's up, Eric? Yeah. Always got to train a picture dance. Scroll up in chat. Make sure you miss anything. Anyone wants to name that dance, go for it. Type the name of it. Dr. Seuss, dude. I actually want to see if there's a celebrate thing where... They don't have a celebrate. Yeah, boy. I wanted to be able to show that gift. I guess it's not gonna work. Ugh. Your boy LP though had a huge donation, so we're doing a set of 500 with some victory dances in the middle. Here we go. This is set three. This will be 300. That was 300. How about a bachata? Well, theoretically, in a real person, like no armor, this is literally probably as hard as you gotta hit him to break skin. You know what I mean? Like that sharp blade up against the bone inside on a forearm here, like on a bony prominence. That's probably about it. Just judging by like using sharp swords on fruit and stuff. You know what I mean? In armor, none of this does anything. That's my alarm to go pick up my daughter. Just so everybody knows, I'm gonna finish. We got 2 more sets to do. Let's do this bachata dance in the middle. Your boy LP. I don't know why it doesn't have a celebrate button. I don't understand. Like sometimes people will donate a heart me, like, and it'll let me put their name up there. But yo, anybody tunes in later, we're gonna have a. I always put the highlight video together. LP, your name was in there that time before too. Here's a bachata. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wouldn't be the bachata night without it. Another set coming up. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss another message though in chat. That's how you dance bachata, everybody. Yeah, heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. Crazy day. I thought I'd get up 6 in the morning, hit the dummy. I was like, who's gonna be awake at 6 a.m.? And we're still at like 99 viewers. Everybody up here in this 99, not just one salute for that. How about 3 salutes? 3. Yo! Thanks for hanging out. I have 3 long swords. They vary in heaviness. This is one I just like to use. Oh. These are some of the. Sorry, alarm's going off. I have time. But that means I gotta go pick up my daughter here soon for a math test. Some of the cheapest shoes online, they're like martial arts shoes. But yeah, this is like not a sponsorship, but I have like, this is probably like my 12th pair over the years. These are very nice and light, as you can see. I don't wear them outside. We'll just leave them up though for the next 2 sets. Alright, we did the bachata dance. Here we go, everybody. Getting another set in here. This is set 4. If I see that alarm go off, I'll come grab it. LP, we're just gonna do the back and forth helicopter. We'll get it 100 this way. And who got that? No, you know what? They're not for like. They're supposed to be like for martial arts or something. They have Oh, sorry everybody. I can't shut those alarms off unless I actually shut TikTok off. See how they're kind of like they got that grip that comes up the side. The old ones used to be a little bit cooler. I used to do roofing and with shingles, and I liked them because the grip came up over here a little bit more. So if I was like leaning on a really steep roof, I had more grip. But they're like martial arts is what they're geared for. We'll just leave this glove off so I can hit the alarms. The alarms are going off. They're saying, wake up. But I have to go get my daughter and take her to her math placement test for high school soon. I don't have to leave yet. That's just telling me wake up to do it. Those shoes are like $20 or something. They're so cheap, but I love them. They're not the most comfortable, I'll tell you that. And sometimes they like to slide out. Your foot likes to slide out because just where the laces are placed. But in general, the laces are kind of like low on the foot, so my heels want to kind of step out of them sometimes. Yo, thanks for that. Oh, whoa, what's up, Aziz? Aziz, just so you know, we're on the last 2 sets. I'll probably be on later. Aziz in the house, what's up? It must be like afternoon where you're at. And this is about 50. You can tell when you're swinging edge on because I can hear this sword cutting through the wind. Oh yeah, the next set will be straight full just helicopter the whole time. I said I was gonna do that this time. Whoops. Alright, I'm doing a couple extra just because I know we're over 100, but just to make sure. Yo! Alright, we gotta do a dance in the middle. Yo, BD! So yeah, if you look up like Armored MMA, if you look at my thing, I have one of my cage match fights in armor pinned, like it's a top video in my videos. Anybody wants to see it, click on my Bachonite name. The second, there's a team fight video of us team fighting, and I have my cage match video. The other video is me doing longsword and like with my ballroom dance partner, a little short. But yeah, fighting cages. The reason that we can't do this to chokes and submissions, BD, thanks for hitting that button, getting that number 2 gifter badge. Because when you're wearing armor, a lot of people just have like an eye slit, for example, and you can't see if they're knocked out. You can't see if sometimes you're in armor. You can fight on the ground, but there's no submissions because you can't always tap. I can tell you from experience, being on the bottom in armor, if somebody's laying on you, sometimes my arm is just stuck. I can't get it out because my armor is stuck on something. You know what I mean? So no submissions, no chokes. But you know, but you can do capoeira if you wanted to in armor. The kicks are legal, the punches are legal. Good morning, Boo the Hurt. Yo, I have not been put to sleep. I've not been put to sleep ever. Although I don't fight in just regular clothes a lot. But I've been knocked out a few times in armor. All that force that comes through like something in through your helmet into your brain. I've been knocked out a few times. Last time I got knocked out was like last October. I actually haven't fought cage MMA. No, I take it back. I've fought a couple times since then. But I've been like sort of taking it easy. I needed my brain to take a break. I got knocked out for 3 seconds. From a punch with a sword that had a big ring on it. Just so everybody knows, we gotta do this dance. This is for this is still from that donation we got earlier. And then we're gonna do our 5th set. Try to be fluid with the sword. Oh, this is a good quad workout. Alright. 5th set. I would do a co-hosting, but I gotta get off here after this set. This set, a dance, we're gonna get the totals. And then I gotta go pick up my daughter. Oh, we're gonna do this, that's right. Thanks for that like. I need a little break. That was a little tiring. Thanks for smashing that like button. When I jump, does the camera shake? If it does, I'll stop. Another 50 on the dummy. Alright, here we go. Yo, that was 500 longsword hits. Little dance in the middle there, some dances. For your boy LP. Hey, thank you. Just so you know, I might stream my cardio here in a little bit. Depends how long our math test is going. And then, good possibility we'll be hitting a dummy again tonight. Thank you, LP. I hope you also have a great, enjoyable day. But we're gonna just expecting to be back on later. But we got 950 sets in. I think we did more than that, but I think I forgot to write a couple down. But everybody who's still tuned in, thank you, thank you. A lot of times in the morning, I'm on right now after night shift. Pittsburgh, PA. Anyone wants to? Not in medieval times anymore yet. It could happen though. If we lose all this electricity, you should keep yourself a sword. Yo, and Ryder, next target up, Monica. I see the comment that I shouldn't read out loud. So. Nice, LP, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here in like 10 seconds. Later tonight, probably be back on here, just so everybody knows. I'm usually on this time after night shift. All I can say is I usually post it in my little TikTok notepad thing above my avatar. If you follow me or follow each other, it'll say when my next live stream is usually. Alright, everybody. LP, thanks. Boo the Hurt, if you're still there, thanks for tuning in. Zuki, thanks, great talk. Everybody, great talk. Well, yeah. But you know what? There's only a couple billion, 50 billion bullets in the world, and once they run out, you're gonna have to just throw your gun away and pick up a sword. You got a couple billion bullets to roll through. Well, it depends on the caliber. Depends on the caliber, I guess. You're right, though. And you know what? You can block a bullet with a sword if you're very, very lucky. Alright, everybody, I gotta get my daughter. We'll see y'all later, though. Couple streams a day, most likely. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Much appreciated.